I was there taping my part for The Therapist. Do you remember what you said to me? You said, when I was here, you were here the first time, you thought that I was going to figure out that you were gay and then wouldn't like you.
Right. I was scared to death if you knew I was gay that you wouldn't like me, because I liked you so much and I wanted you to like me. And I thought, I saw a show once where you were asking someone about being with another woman, and what do you guys, you were asking these questions, and I think,
well, there would be rituals in which babies would be sacrificed, and you would have to, you know...
Whose babies?
There were people who bred babies in our family. No one would know about it. A lot of people were overweight, so you couldn't tell if they were pregnant or not, or they would supposedly go away for a while and then come back.
She built her whole show on one word: kind. Be kind to one another. That was Ellen DeGeneres' sign-off. Every single episode, for almost 2 decades. It became her brand, her identity, the thing people said about her before they said anything else. But behind the cameras, a very different story was building. And in the summer of 2020, it finally came out. Not from Ellen, not from her network, from the people who worked there, 36 of them, current and former staff, all coming forward, separately, to describe what it was actually like behind that famous set. And here's the part that makes this so anything criminal. Not yet. They talked about something quieter: racism, fear, being intimidated on set. Some described a culture where speaking up wasn't safe, where the mood on set depended entirely on who was having a bad day. It was uncomfortable. It was serious. But compared to what came next, it was just the opening line. Because 2 weeks later, Ellen herself would respond. And that response would only last a few hours, before everything changed again. On July 30th, Ellen sent her staff a letter. She said she was disappointed to learn her show hadn't been the place of happiness she wanted it to be. She said she was sorry. It read like an ending. Like a network handling a PR problem and moving on. It wasn't. Because that same day, just hours after that letter went out, a second BuzzFeed report dropped. Judgment. It was a pattern, built over time, aimed at breaking down someone's boundaries. That's what made this allegation different from the others. Not just misconduct. An accusation of calculated behavior toward a specific target. Norman's response was immediate and absolute. "I have never had a single complaint against me in my career," he said. "I have never groomed anyone. I have never done anything to harm another staff member, ever." A complete denial. No hedging. No apology for attempts at set directly against firm denials from the accused. That tension is real, and it's important not to flatten it. Serious allegations, backed by multiple independent witnesses, and equally serious, on-the-record denials from the people named. WarnerMedia wasn't going to settle that argument in the press. They brought in an outside investigator. And a few weeks later, that investigation reached its conclusion. What happened next tells you almost everything about which side the network believed. By mid-August, WarnerMedia's third-party investigation was nearly finished. And on August 17th, Ellen got on a video call with her entire staff. She told them directly. Ed Glavin, Kevin Leman, and Jonathan Norman would not be returning to the show. A Warner Bros. Spokesperson confirmed it publicly a short time later. The phrase they used was simple. The 3 producers had parted ways with the show. Isn't something anyone's fully explained. Sometimes the loudest ending isn't the one with a clear conclusion. It's the one that just quietly stops.